historical alliance is still there, right? And that is one of the problems that I feel that we have. I absolutely 100% believe that the country should be split because we don't necessarily govern ourselves, right? We don't manage our own resources, right? We almost have no say in the management, the production of anything that belongs to us. And we are still kind of like fighting just even to, I don't know, to be, right?
No, we are fighting to even kind of answer the identity question. Who are you, John?
Who? Exactly. Okay. That's a good question.
Yes, they said I'm a Nigerian. Are you sure? I don't know, but I mean, they said I'm a Nigerian, so I believe I'm a Nigerian. They said, can you define a Nigerian? Then the problem will set in. Identity crisis is what we're fighting for. But we have people we share a lot in common with. Share you get now that we can live with and be in peace or be at peace. That's why we need our own countries.
That is why we need our own country.
Yes.
And there's something because just in case other people want to call in. I've been listening to your show, but I haven't been calling in. I've been listening even up until the time when you talked about when they went to collect money from IMF, and IMF said to them that we will give you this money on the contingent on you taxing telecoms companies.
That's right.
Which will then transfer those costs to their users, is it not?
That's
Who
right.
are the users? The same Nigerians, right? And it just occurred to me that, listen, which entity lends money to a country so that they will suffer their own people? Does that make any kind of sense?
Put it this way, by using number now, okay? A giant of Africa is supposed to be a trillion-dollar country, multi-trillion-dollar country without corruption, right? That country is so broke and bankrupt that is borrowing $750 million from the World Bank, okay? And the condition is to go and put on 3.75% telecom tax on 200 million people. That's the condition. And this is the country where one single individual could single-handedly steal $1 billion, $2 billion, with his associates, $3 billion disappear. That country is borrowing $750 million, and they will subject 200 million people into the hardship of paying 3.75% on every call they make,
on every
text message you send.
Now,
who does that?
See, who does that, Marigon? And I like the way that you put it, just so that it's clear to people.
Yeah.
So that when I now say to you, like, these people, these entities, IMF, World Bank, and such, right? They're not here to help anybody. You didn't say, okay, I'll give you this money contingent on the fact that if you must use 50% of it to upgrade all your schools to ensure that your people are properly educated and things like that. Or it's contingent on using 25% to ensure that you have a healthcare system that works, right? You don't do any of that, but you say, let us give these people more money, and let us take more money from them so that they will suffer.
Yes.
I feel that there is a strategy that we're not aware of, right? And I feel like the fight that we're fighting is not just autonomy over our own land and our own resources. We're also fighting slavery by proxy.
Slavery by proxy. I like that.
And this is going to be a hard fought battle. And when a lot of people say that Nigeria is the heartbeat of the continent, I don't want to say Nigeria, but you see that particular geographical location is like the heartbeat of the whole Africa, because if we're able to uncouple ourselves from one another and actually have a working countries, right, who are able to do to work independently and be successful, right? It will also it will have a domino effect on the whole continent.
It will.
Because as it is right now, we have, outside of us uncoupling ourselves from that entity called Nigeria, we still need to fight the battle of slavery by proxy. If you see what I mean,
the only way
right?
to fight that is to ensure that, you started, right? You need a system that is tailored towards the people's interests, which means people have to create a system that they want, okay, that they believe will work for them. Then by so doing, they can choose those that will represent them and represent their interests only. And they have the power to take them out if they are no longer representing them. By so doing, right, these guys will be those who will meet those who enslaved us in the past and now enslaving us by proxy, okay? Because nobody will steal from us. Nobody will deal with us this way. World Bank, IMF, America, US, whatever. They won't deal with us this way if those in charge of Nigeria are not allowing it because they are compromised. So the system allows Nigeria to produce compromised people, criminals.
No, not the establishment allows, certain people to be in power, which are in turn, fuels
so they became the bad representatives of the place of the people, and they could take all the bad deals since they know that only the people will suffer it. So if a system is all right that could produce responsible people or remove irresponsible people, right? We can cut down this slavery by proxy. But for now,
absolutely,
Otilo.
Yeah, it is what it is. Otilo.
That's it.
Let me let other people call. But again, amazing show as always. Amazing insight. I'm encouraging everybody I know to listen to my Egu, because even when I call them and I say, "Listen, this is what's happening in Nigeria," is this happening in Nigeria? I think you are in Nigeria. You don't know what's happening.
It's happening. It is. Honestly speaking, if sometimes when you tell people about what is going on in Nigeria, if you don't show them it, right, they will call you a liar, because some people believe that there are some things that they do not believe is happening. Because they believe there's so many things happening in Nigeria should happen elsewhere. All of you would have been putting up a flag. I stand with France. I stand with California. I stand with Texas. What is
I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that nonsense. I don't stand with anybody. I stand with myself and my people.
Okay, hang on. If you hear that they've taken 250 children from a school in California and nobody knows where they are right now, are you not going to stand up where you are, like grab your children? Like, in America, 250 children. No?
Let me tell you something, my ego. I'm not saying I'm not a heartless person. Yes, I'll empathize with them. But don't you see around the world how our own suffering is neglected by and large? Our own pains and our own sufferings and our own deaths are not talked about. They talk about the Holocaust and how 6 million Jews died there. Well, in Biafra, you had close to 6 million Igbos killed there by yourselves, not only Nigerian forces, but by West forces as well, who came in the aid of kill all of those people, who stood with us at that point in time, who talks about it just the way they talk about the Holocaust. Nobody. I told you that I had a conversation with another friend of mine who happens to be white. I said, "Oh, I never knew anything like this happened." I said, "Yes, you will never know, but you know about the Jews, you know about Holocaust, you know about all of that, but you don't know anything about me." Okay, my people die every single day. Who is saying I stand with the Igbos? I stand with Oduduwa. Who is saying that? Nobody is saying that. Why is my own pain and my own suffering minimized and then yours is magnified? Why?
But that's to take you to my stand, which is that if just 10% of what is going on in Nigeria daily should take place in America, as much as Americans complain a lot, right? You have the whole world attention on America, like normally, won't they? Or it's been happening in Nigeria for years now. And even some Nigerians will still act shocked. Really? Is that happening? When was that? Say, oh my God, I don't even know where to start from. See, Charm.
When people react, exactly, you don't know where to start from. Thank you, Maya Go. Thank you so much for the work you do. Let me let other people call.
Thanks a lot, okay, for that contribution, right? There's so much going on in that Nigeria that people have normalized. And a lot of people have sort of, they've developed some sense of coldness, kind of. That's the way I see it, okay? Like they've become so insensitive. See no evil, hear no evil, or say no evil. If it's not happening to me, it's probably not happening. Kind of. So then, would you be shocked that the rest of the world just pretended that you are fine? Oh, the whole world is watching. No, they are not watching, because you a lot of you have kind of normalized all these abnormalities. And if they are not happening to you, they are probably not happening. Kind of. I have another caller. I barely even look at the numbers. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you, Baba?
I'm good. I'm also, I just want to contribute a little bit to the program.
Please do.
I'm actually.
Thank you. Please go ahead. Can you hear me, sir? You might need to mute the TV or go to another room or something so that we can hear ourselves.
Oh, I think. Oh, wait. I was actually out. I'm in the back of my house, literally.
But
let me see.
Yeah, that's better. So as long as nothing is interfering, right? Please go ahead, Baba.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So I listened to the last caller and the one before. I mean, the both of them was on point. But there was something you said a very long time ago. I don't know if you can remember. So you said when the Nigerian were realizing Nigeria was falling apart, the Yorubas want to go before Biafra and all those things. They quickly give them Obasanjo to calm down. I don't know if you can remember.
Because it is true story. That shouldn't take time to remember. All of us know the story. Abiola was denied because Yorubas generally believed that Abiola was going to be president. So he was denied, he was jailed, then he was killed. Then these northerners came together and said, well, if we don't do something right now, the Yorubas are going to begin to push for breakup. So they released Obasanjo. The rest is history. But go on, Baba.
So now, when you see like the last caller said, he said it's just picture. Obi even came out to say anything, right? But Atiku ran with it because, Atiku is trying to say, hey, obedient, we all are one now. Because, there is something they call mind games, you understand?
Right.
But I don't think we, the obedient, we are actually fools, like all these people would think. You understand? So we get the commandment from our leader, which is Peter Obi. But Peter Obi realized the game they are playing. But at the same time, I will say this, Bible said, God created a table in front of his enemy, right? So that now if the same God is going to use all these people to bring Obi to power, my own thing is Obi should forget what the mission is. The mission is not about alliance. The mission is about new Nigeria. You understand? So we are not going to compromise that. We don't care how we come there. As long as we come there, we realize the mission is the new Nigeria we all are vashing for, fighting for. That is to be the whole thing. We can team up with anybody, but I don't think, this is my own thing too. I don't think Obi is an ungrateful person that will just kick this guy. What is his vice? The former vice, that very quiet man. That will kick that will just kick him to side. Because at the end of the day, people will react and say, I thought you said you are not desperate. What is all this desperation about?
If you understand? Going into alliance, it simply means that it can have it both ways. Some people have power interests for their own interest, right? Obi has the interest of the people. That's going to be a clash of interest to start with, right? But the way you put it, right? The way you put it that, well, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what they do and all that to bring him on. You believe that as a strong-willed person, Obi won't ever disappoint. Now, let's hold you on to that, okay? But if Obi goes into any arrangement, right, that Ahmed will be sacrificed. It's not going to have him as his vice in any election. Because that means other camp will have to kind of like, you know how you be now. So that's where the compromise is. Yeah, go on.
No, do you know another reason that me, in a way, not that I'm happy, that all these things is going on, right?
We're just playing with theories here now. Nobody should even feel like, see, when you bring your opinion, right, we are all trying to play with a theory here, okay? You can be wrong, I could be wrong, you may be right, I could be wrong, it could be anything. But it helps stimulate that conversation. It helps people, right, to understand, what this truly means. And I love it. Please continue.
I mean, it's a good thing they give us something to talk about and something to look forward for and something to be debating about. Why we on our own side we will be arranging our own next move as well. You understand? But so, and now this is my thing. When you realize this is how come to power, right? APC. Hello?
I'm with you. Go on.
Oh, okay. This is the same way APC came to power. But now, if this is because remember, all this PDP and APC are the people sponsoring protest. So, and if Obi, this, because now I know there will be no BC and I say, listen, 2027, maybe we might not go into alliance of say, oh, let's sacrifice this. 2027, if these people ring us the same way we did, all of us we will team up and hit the street.
Right.
Since for me, because there are so
opposition, okay.
Yes, for me, I think there are so many layers into this, but we got to peel it gradually. Let's not just focus on one particular thing.
It is like,
who knows?
It is premature right now.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong in discussing it because they have come public, except Obi. And the impression they are given is that they want to start a movement that doesn't have anything to do with PDP, APC, or you are past this or past that. It's a fresh one, fresh idea, and it's going to be a political party that is now going to. So we can say it is still premature, but it's just like to so many people, Baba, we have seen this before. Here you get, like you said, Buhari, Atiku, Tinubu, others. So it's giving that same vibe, or with different characters or partly. So you people have right to be suspicious, right?
Right. Yes, that is true. I mean, for me, so like I said, gradually, like if you realize, Obi know what is on the table, and I think Obi is honestly aware, like this thing is like detrimental to my own movement and to the people that follows me. That's why Obi haven't run out to the media to write anything, tweet anything about the whole thing, because he's thinking about it. How will my people feel about this? Depending on the type of thing. You know, Obi is a politician. We will give him that at first. But the same thing, Obi is a politician whereby the people invested in, which is he knows. It's not like what Buhari did. You know, this is a different ballgame entirely. And if Obi has the same agenda as Tinubu, then he's definitely, he won't even stay there 3 months in the office. Because Tinubu definitely will have nothing left.
I know.
Yeah,
I like that. I like what you just said now, okay? You know, when people say, don't look at this like that of APC, then look at it different because Obi is different. Sometimes it's different and all of that stuff. And they said, you know, one thing, if Obi disappoints them, even if all these guys could come together and make him the next president, to say, right? So he can't disappoint them, that people can just hit the streets and just, you know, get rid of him.
Right.
That is argumentative, okay? And I'll tell you 2 things. Number 1, it is right. Number 2, it is not right for anybody to build any expectation on, let's just do it first. If he fucks up, and we are going to just remove him, all right? Now, number 1 is that you could remove him. Obi is never going to enjoy the same, what do you call it? The same immunity that Buhari enjoyed. He's an Igbo man.
Right.
He's endangered already. There is actually those who just foresee him alone. It's like their birthright to hate him. Do you understand now? So normally, there is no Yoruba man where we also enjoy some level of privileges.
Another majority, right? Another majority.
An Igbo man, even if he is as clean as a wool, people will still have to complain. So now imagine if it's now if it's now feeling like Buhari or Tinubu. So that makes it, that makes the idea of we can be removed. It makes it possible.
Yeah, Baba, that's why.
But on the other hand,
me personally,
Baba, second one is that the president of Nigeria or the presidency of Nigeria, without being blasphemous, okay, is more powerful than the position of God. God can take time and give you time to repent, as in for those who are believers, okay? God can even ignore you, give you time. Nigerian government or Nigerian president is so powerful, okay, that he can order people killed and people will clap for him. It will never be proved. You get what I mean? A Nigerian president can kill thousands of people, okay, jail them, run people to exile, and he will still get red carpets in America, red carpet in the UK, red carpet everywhere.
You know,
Go on, sorry.
The West don't really, the West. So when you look at what the West is doing right now to Nigeria, everybody should know their agenda already. Do you think these people care about black people?
They don't.
They don't care. It's like in US too. In the US, it's white. Now it's white, Chinese, the gay people.
Yeah.
Then before black. So black, So no, but this is the thing. For me, the reason I'm liking the position Peter Obi is right now, right? Peter Obi is in that position of when Obama was coming to power, right? Because Obama was no American politics is like child play. I'll still vividly remember Obama was going to people like John McCain, Sarah Palin, especially John McCain, because John McCain was American golden boy. Because he was captured during the war, kidnapped, and he didn't give up, and during you understand? So for Obama to come through with all these elite power, American favorite white supremacists, literally, right? Then Obama was on his feet the entire 8 years. You understand? If I see that these people they will unseat me, they will vote me out of the office, right? He said there is no war, let's rebuild the economy. Now the same position Peter Obi is. I understand what you said when you said Nigerian president. Nigerian president has all that power when the people are asleep. Nigerian president have that power when the people are still sleeping. But when the people is awake, ready for anything, especially remember, said, even people like it or not, and no people will go for me. The Southwest and the Southeast is the minority in Nigeria. If we like it or not, the majority is the North and the South. I say Southwest, my bad. The South and the Southeast is the minority in Nigeria. Why the majority is the Southwest and the North? Like it or not? Because if you realize, like you said, these other people enjoy some certain type of immunity and privilege more than this side of the country. Right, more than this side of the country. Because Obi that is going there realize is a minority. Any small thing, they will try to take him out of the office if he don't have the backing of the people. So I don't think him want to go against the people.
You put your money on the alliance if it comes through then, yeah?
For me, as long as Obi is leading the ticket, I don't care who is behind. Because
we'll believe. Well, anyway, that is that's something. Let's put it that way, okay? Because there are those who have told me one-on-one, okay, that it doesn't matter. So them, Obi is their political party, is their candidate.
Right.
Wherever he goes, right, they go.
Right.
Because they believe so much in his judgment. Okay? And if you are not obedient, you are likely never going to understand how that feels. I'm not one. I can imagine what it feels like. Okay. So, however, we shall see.
Right. Right. I like the fact you are just in the middle. Anywhere. This side, okay, oh, good luck.
You have the revolution now.
Thank. Except the Abobakus.
No, those ones are not welcome. They are like they're like the weapons fashioned against us. I cannot be facing this kind of a thing under APC, and somebody will come to me and say, I should relax, I should calm down. Calm down, you're overreacting. Ogun won't kill you. That's why I don't want them to come here to come and explain what I already know. So yeah. Anyway, Baba.
But I have some few other points, right? Now, I don't understand how some of us Nigerians are so hypocrite, but claiming we are so smart. The other day I saw on the social media, I saw a bunch of Nigerian men wearing black suits, say they are I think freedom for black people in UK. I said, you are marching in the street of UK and Nigerians. Why in your own country is this thing, but you are protesting in UK? The place that didn't belong to you. You have the audacity to protest in UK, and you don't have that same audacity to mobilize people to go back home. That your country is not good. You have nowhere to go and mobilize and do freedom work for black youth, black this. I was like, what type of things? Can you just imagine this? It's like your house is on fire.
I know.
Your house is on fire. You take your water and be offering another man's fire. While your own house is on fire, your family, everybody is in there. And my own thing is this. I don't know why, or I don't know what Nigerians that live in Nigeria is thinking, that believe this Tinubu regime will ever bring anything bad. I'm not even saying good. People will be like, what type of anything? Tinubu regime is going to bring the real definition of terrible. Terrible. I don't know if there is any word that is worse than that I can describe. Just imagine, we just imagine within 1 year what Nigerians have been through. Now because it's going to keep getting worse. If we believe this is going to get better.
7 years. So, but if you, the obedient and this guy's alliance work, and you can't rescue us, maybe we can then probably compare and see if people, it's that tough, right?
No, I believe they are going to.
Oh, the 2031.
I believe they are going to unseat him to 2027. I believe they are going to, because even the people in his cabinet is not even working for him. It looks like everybody is working against it. It looks like him himself have given up. But since we are not seeing him, he don't come out to talk. We can't explain. When he come out to talk, like you can know someone that gives up or someone that is still in power. But he don't come out to talk. We don't see him. We only see that guy that just lies aloud, that light-skinned guy. He will come and lie, then go back home and sleep. That is all they do. Then you see Cardoso doing jabberish mathematics, telling us this and that.
I know.
You understand? The whole thing is just evil to but we don't see him. The guy we use behind the dash who tells you whatever they are cooking is not cooking with the thing. It's like the same way you pull.
No, whatever they are cooking, don't burn. Nobody say no, they cook. It don't burn now. To eat now, wahala. See, Baba.
Thank you. All right, thank you, boss, and thank you for the opportunity.
Okay.
All right,
thank you so much. Such an interesting guy, right? I like that. Now, whatever Tinubu is cooking, it don't burn. And to those of you who want to remove or more, the way they are wasting people's life, no be here. Abi, was it not just like 9 years ago? I was riding my keke, my 25 pounds keke, on the streets of Glasgow, telling people at the time that by the time Boko Haram is done with them,